Wow, you caught me off guard with your studying. Let me see what you are learning.
I'm not studying, I'm drawing a house.
A house? There are many beautiful houses out here. Why are you painting this one?
I want to learn about this house so I can build a house for our family when I grow up.
That's easy. Let's take a look.
This is one of the oldest southern ancient houses in Cần Thơ City, boasting over 100 years of age with its sturdy French gates. In its yard stands a 10-meter Mexican cactus which was planted in 1960. There's also a 200-year-old star fruit tree, wooden shutter doors of Art Nouveau style, and many other amazing features that we would like to introduce to you in today's program. Wang Yui, you're here.
Is that you, Tham? I almost did not recognize you with the mask on. You have visitors today?
That's right. I have just showed them around. What brings you here?
I have heard about the ancient house with an orchid garden in Bình Thủy for a very long time now, but I haven't got a chance to see it. I'm in luck seeing you here. I feel surprised seeing an entirely different space when entering the house through the gates.
These gates of Bình Thủy Ancient house were constructed with the French architectural style. It is really sturdy. Right behind the main gates is the subsidiary entrance supported by 4 grand wooden pillars. Its truss system is also made from wood. Its roof was modeled with green yin-yang tiles.
I already see a vast space when I enter the house. Can you show me the plants in the yard?
Absolutely. Over here is a special cactus. It was brought here from Mexico in 1960. It is now over 10 meters tall. It has only bloomed twice since being planted. That was in 2004 and in 2014.
So the cactus had been here since the house was built?
No, the house was built in 1904 and construction lasted for a long time. The house has not been finished until 1911. Let me show you around. This is the rockery. It is both decorative and functional. It is like a shield to keep bad things from entering the house. Here is the 200-year-old star fruit tree.
200 years old?
That's right. It was planted even before the current house was built. Previously, there was a house with 3 compartments and 2 lean-tos, here made from rare wood. After 30 years, the current house was built. There's another cactus over here. It was bred from the Mexican cactus we saw over there.
So it is younger?
Indeed, it is about 4 or 5 years of age.
Is it that tall with just 4 to 5 years of age?
Right.
I see a garden over there. What kind of plants do we have in there?
There's plenty of herbs in this garden. Please follow me. This is a fig plant species. It's a rare medicinal herb. When the fruit is ripe, it can be dried up, soaked in liquor, and used for relieving pain. Now let's take a look at the interior of the house.
I'm already excited.
There are 4 staircases that lead to the house. The side staircases lead to the 2 compartments on the side, and these 2 arched staircases lead to the main hall. This house was built with the French Art Nouveau architecture, which was popular in the late 19th century and at the beginning of the 20th century. The exterior is painted with a signature color of yellow. There are arched doorways, wooden shutter doors, and stylized reliefs with grapevines that symbolize the endurance and inheritance of generations.
How large is this residence?
The house alone covers an area of 352 square meters, 6,000 square meters with a garden included.
Let's see the inside.
Hello, Auntie Hai. Wang Yui is visiting Bình Thủy Ancient house today.
Hello.
Hello. Seeing is believing. I feel relaxed and refreshed just from entering the house. Is there a way to keep this space comfortable and cool?
This house was built traditionally with many doors and windows, high ceilings, and 3 layers of yin-yang tiles, so they have cooled out the air without using fans.
Did you know that the builders supported the floor tiles with a layer of raw salt to prevent insects and help cool the house down?
I can see that the floor is high-risen too.
The floor of the house is 1 meter higher than the yard.
There's another signature Western thing. Are these ceilings boardings?
These are ceiling boardings. The outer compartment was built with floral ceiling boardings of the Western style. The wall decorations are also of French architecture. The paint color remains and has not faded at all. It is of really good quality.
One special thing is that the main compartment still follows the traditional Vietnamese style, right?
The main compartment in the middle is of Oriental style for worshiping ancestors.
How many compartments do we have in total?
There are 3 main compartments, the front, the middle, and the back compartment. The 2 compartments are separated by a system of wood carving called bao lam, which was intricately carved by our talented Vietnamese artists.
So each compartment has its function?
That's right. The back compartment is for the family to stay in.
Looking at the architectural style as well as the interior of the house, I could imagine a life of a wealthy landlord back then. What kind of life or rules do people have back then when living in this house?
It was a rather feudal lifestyle. I was told that there were dozens of servants. There was a horizontal block, which was once the kitchen where the servants used to live in. The front area is only for receiving guests. At night, there used to be a patrol guard seeing if all of the doors were locked.
Why did the younger generation decide to preserve the house as well as its architecture?
The house took a great amount of time to build, and the efforts exerted in building it were immense. Our ancestors left us a grand inheritance, so we must cherish and preserve it.
One more question. Why is the house called Bình Thủy Ancient House with an orchid garden?
My father-in-law Dương Văn Ngôn loved ornamental flowers, especially orchids, so this place is called Bình Thủy Orchid Garden.
I learned a lot about the ancient house meeting you and Thâm today. I hope that in the future, the house will be increasingly popular and is a special attraction for both domestic and international visitors.
This is one of the beautiful architectures from the older generations that shows the richness of Vietnamese heritage. The skilled craftsmen built a wonderful residence, and it was lovely to see it on our trip. The interior is almost entirely made from wood, which is a beautiful local material.
Well, visiting a house like this is an interesting experience for me to explore Vietnamese heritage. Preserving the house is a nice way for the younger generations to learn about the older generations and the old ways of Vietnamese people.